This is my Aquatech water housing, and I'm going to show you how I set it up for my surf photography. So first up, I want to talk about my camera that I'm using. It's a Canon R6 mirrorless with a 35mm 1.8 prime. It's a great focal length. I find the 35 good middle ground for surf. It's wide enough without being too wide. From here, I've got my Aquatech base plate mounted on the bottom of my camera, and I'll show you how that slots into the housing. Coming back to this back plate, this, as you can see, has no controls on the back. It's actually their base model that Aquatech make. Now what this means is I have no control over the camera and the settings once I get in the water, apart from autofocus and the shutter. It means that my preset camera settings are really important to how I get the shots that I get. With your exposure triangle, you have aperture or f-stop, you have shutter speed, and you have ISO, or the sensitivity of your camera to light. And I choose to shoot on a custom profile that I've set up for some of the other settings that I'll talk through, but it's essentially running aperture priority. So what that means is I choose the aperture, which you can see is f4 here. And I found f4 to be that sweet spot between getting the surfer in focus, but also having those blurry elements in the front of the frame, whether it's like water, and then also blurry elements in the background. I get a really nice separation with f4. And then what I do with shutter speed is, because I can't control that manually, I set that to be a minimum of 1/1000. And basically the reason I do that is because when I'm in the water, everything is moving. I'm moving, the water's moving, the waves are moving, the surfers are moving. And for my shots, I want to freeze motion. I want to completely freeze everything in the frame. And that means it needs to be a really fast shutter speed. So that's why I go for that. And then the last piece of the triangle is the ISO. And basically what I do is I set it to auto, but I set a maximum of 1600 ISO in the camera. And then beyond that, my autofocus is a square in the center of frame there. So I found that generally I want to have my subject near or in the middle of my frame. So I've found that that point in the middle works well. So those are the settings. Once you've got that set up, you basically pop the back plate on, you close up the housing and lock it shut, and then you're ready to roll.